Dang, Thane took his glasses off and his eyes looked at me. It's not very often I see.
He's a new man when he does that, isn't he?
Look.
Ah, who is this imposter? Oh, look, Thane's back.
Oh,
where did Thane get
where'd he
here?
go?
What Thane? Thane, where? Thane. Oh, Thane.
Thane, you're back.
Where'd you go?
Welcome everybody to episode 164 of the Talking Rad podcast.
I can't wait till it's 169.
And then we can say, dude,
We can do the funny number.
69, dude.
Let's go.
Do you think we did it for the first 69 we had?
If I was there, I guarantee you we did.
You had to have been there because Thane and I only did, I think we did 21 episodes by ourselves, and then the rest you've been here for.
I'm sure I did. I
like
bet
60
okay. I don't quite remember, but I'm betting that I had you name it Nice. I'm pretty sure I just had you title the episode Nice.
Well, let's
Nice.
I'm gonna go look.
Knowing us, we probably did title it Nice.
Radkatz Podcasts. Cats.
You're going to have a hell of a time finding it.
Playlists. Complete podcasts.
Oh, wait, no, you'll find it in that because I ordered those.
Yeah, that's why I went there first.
People still complain, though. They're like, how come on the video, if I click videos, they're out of order? I'm like, dude, I don't know, man.
He uploaded them all at once,
no.
and they were like,
What do we
It
name
was a community day, so we just called it community like a dumb schmuck.
So, but that means we can recycle
speaking of community days, are we ever going to do those again?
That's true.
it. I
Maybe
think
someday.
I
I don't
think
know if we dedicate a whole day to it, though.
Yeah, I think when we get like a bigger audience, we could just do like a couple questions, maybe,
Maybe
at
like
the end
on
of the show.
Maybe like on episode
Yeah,
one.
I think like we just have like we can like if people want to submit questions, we can just answer them at the end of the show.
I think that's what we
like
should
every
do.
week, pretty much.
Yeah,
I
but we
think
could just
maybe-
pick like
one or two,
Yeah,
yeah.
a couple of them.
Maybe for episode 200, we like ask us questions.
I'd be down. It's just
Yeah.
we did the community day. Like we had like what 200 or 300 subscribers. So we were getting
Yeah.
the same people asking the same questions. Like I don't even know how many times we answered the what would you do in a zombie apocalypse.
I would die.
I would just see how long I could go. I would be like Call of Duty zombies. See what round I can make.
I'd
just-
like do trains and stuff. Just see they follow
I'd
you
just
around.
be a background character for 3 seasons and then die unexpectedly.
Well, what kind of zombies are we talking about? Are we talking about walkers, like from Walking Dead, that are slow as hell, or like Dawn of the Dead zombies that run?
I don't think it matters. I think what's gonna happen is you're gonna try to train the zombies like that.
And
Some
trip.
random human's gonna shoot you in the foot.
He's just gonna.
He's just gonna pop you in the foot.
Or is it?
Have you
Or
get
is
your
it?
knees and steal your guns and walk away?
What a bastard!
Or is it the fungus zombies from Last of
The
Us?
clickers.
Yeah.
Man, I think I would just shoot myself if I saw a clicker and I'm like, "There's no way I'm living." Bullet to the brain.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You turn into one still.
But hopefully my
Um,
brain is just mush and like.
I remember looking up. Apparently, it's a real fungus that were affected by humans called cordyceps, and it actually makes bugs into like zombies.
I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on the podcast before. If not, it was in like the Last of Us playthrough we did forever ago. But the Pokemon Paris and Parasect are the equivalent of a clicker in Last of Us.
Oh,
Wow.
so is it the fungus that controls them? The mushrooms?
So
Yeah.
Paris is just the normal little hermit crab thing with the mushrooms growing on its back. But when it comes to Parasect, the pupils on its eyes go white, so it's just white eyes because the mushroom took control of its body.
That is so cool that they like.
That's also
That is
disturbing.
good detail. It's
Screw
very
you, Naughty
disturbing.
Dog. Pokemon did it first.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Well, speaking of things that are old, guys,
Like your mom.
We're getting well. I love you, mother, but you are almost
Freaking got you.
How
does that feel?
Is there a title for half a century besides saying half a century? Like, what's 50 years? 5 decades? Is there like a?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
a half century.
well, yeah, but I just didn't.
That's
what I
literally
said.
what he just said.
I'm pretty sure there's a name.
There probably is.
I know there's a bicentennial, which is
Well,
every 200 years.
so-
I'm gonna look it up.
Your guys' parents are both older than mine, but
What is the name for 50 years?
is there a term?
It's a semi-centennial.
Semi-centennial. So you got centennial, bicentennial, tricentennial.
Well, there you go. So my parents, they're not quite 50 yet, because when they turn 50, I will be 28. God, I'll be as old as Thane. Regardless,
How does that make you feel, Thane? He just freaking was like, wow, I'm going to be old as Thane. Yikes. He said it like that, too, word for word.
but it's only like 2.5 years away. Which, by the way, Thane, do you turn 29 this year?
Yeah.
Man, we got to do something for your 30th birthday. No. We'll get to it. Anyway.
I'll buy a Luffy shirt.
So
by then I'll probably be caught up in the manga.
Do your parents like have gray hair?
Oh yeah, my dad does.
Is it like all gray or just he has gray sprinkled?
It's kind of spotty.
Like salt and pepper?
Yeah.
So my dad.
I think my mom does, but I know she gets it colored too, though.
Yeah, I don't know if my mom has gray hair or not. She does dye her hair, but I don't think she has any gray hair, which is very interesting to being like 50 years old and not have that much gray hair. She probably does. I don't know. But my dad.
Our washing machine's doing something funky back
doing
there.
Loud.
I hear it doing a little bit of woof woof.
Giving
woof,
a spin
woof,
job.
Woof. Yeah, exactly what Sky said.
My
wink.
dad's getting some gray hair. He got some gray hair in his beard too. But the reason I brought this up is because I found 2 white hairs on my body.
So, I find white hairs in my hair all the time.
I have like hairs that look white on my hair.
Look at my beard, dude. Just look at my beard.
There's those 2.
My mustache. Yeah.
I
get them all the time. It's not that big of a deal.
There's 2 hairs on my forehead that look white.
So it's not that it was a big deal. It's just like, dang, I'm finding white hairs now. I think I have a couple white hairs on my head, and then I have 1 white pub.
No way,
Yeah,
really?
I got a white pub on.
I don't think that's normal. I don't think those change color. Okay, I'm looking that up too. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I've seen an old man's freaking region, and
I typed into your pubes, and then the first thing was go gray. Just like the hair on your head, the hair on the rest of your body, including the pubic area, is subject to graying.
Yeah.
Wow, that would have been a freaking crazy thing for me. One of these days, I look down and go, "Whoa, look at that!"
So
snorted.
Yeah, I've got a white pub on the sack.
I wonder, have you seen old people who don't have gray hair? They still have the color in their hair.
Yeah.
Is it like natural or dyed? Because I've seen dyed.
Not dyed, but natural.
Yeah, some people their hair doesn't go color. Their color doesn't go, no.
Yeah, they drink from the fountain of youth.
By the way, if you guys want to see a picture of Sky's special hair, the white hair, you can check it out on Patreon.
I probably could if you guys see my 1 white.
You ever
pube.
see a dog that you used
How
to?
you talking about that in your head, jerk?
Oh
Jeez,
yeah,
you went to that one.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
you guys really gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
You gotta be supporter plus for the freaking pube hair.
Remember Marley and Me? Like when Marley is getting like all white and old, you see him struggle up the stairs, and it's like. Oh.
But his hair's already golden. Like it doesn't really change color when he's.
No,
old.
you can see it get more white.
How do they do
At
that? They
labs,
just
you
get
could
multiple dogs.
Yeah, probably,
They have,
or they
like,
just kind of like
20 different dogs.
put like a bit of dye in there. Actually, you don't want to put dye in an animal because they will try to like lick it. Well, mostly cats, but
Well, that's why they test them on animals first.
Yeah.
Because the animals are gonna
No,
lick
no,
it
no.
anyway to make sure if they're gonna live or not.
so there's this movie called The Beastmaster, where it's like a fantasy movie about a guy who talks to animals, and he finds a black tiger, and like they dyed the tiger black, and after they filmed the movie, the tiger died because it kept licking its fur and it got poisoned.
Ooh.
It's like, ooh.
I bet they felt bad.
Yeah, it's like, and so when they came up for the sequel, which is way lower budget, way worse, the tiger is just a regular looking tiger. It's not black.
They could have like CG'd it, I bet.
Well, this is an older movie, like 90s, so.
Rip Tiger.
Yeah.
So looping back to Marley and Me, then like, how do you think that goes? How do you think that process goes? Do they get they cast 20 different dogs, and they're like, okay.
Probably.
They go to like the freaking dog pound, like, okay, we need a dog that's literally like days from death. Literally,
Yeah.
we need to film it dying. Essentially, can we film your dog dying?
Let's
They're just
see.
okay with it.
How many dogs?
Shout out to
did
Google, the special guest of the podcast this episode.
In
Marley and Me, was that literally the first thing that popped up, Sky?
it took 22 labs of various sizes and temperaments to film Marley and Me.
So
Wow.
they really did get a dog like a week from death to film, I bet. Okay, now here's the second. Here, okay. I don't know how I'm laughing at this, but what are the chances that all the dogs that were in Marley and Me, even the little baby dogs, are dead by now?
Very high, because that was in
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah.
How long do
maybe
dogs
the
live?
ba-
Like 10 years or so?
Maybe not
Depends
the
on
maybe not
the
the
breed.
puppies. I think those are like the puppies use.
The
Those
puppies are like
yeah.
old Marley now.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they could be Marley and me too, but the dog comes back
Yeah.
when
Well,
it's dead or something.
I've got a dog. My dog, she is 13 years old,
wow.
but she's a little dog.
Oh yeah. Little
She's
Bella.
also
Is that
literally
Bella?
decaying. Yeah,
She's only 13.
it's kind of up there for a dog.
Yeah, but like
Isn't it like
when I was there,
130
when
for a
I was
dog?
young,
Times it by
I
7.
thought she was
think.
way older when I was at your house, like because she could barely walk. She was just grumpy.
She's doing a little bit better
Yeah.
now, but she's freaking old.
She was probably like not very healthy then when I was there because she was like around 9 or 10.
She's got a
I've-
bad hip.
I've
Yeah.
never had a dog get that old. All my dogs get ran over.
You also lived way in the middle of BFE.
Yeah.
but we should theoretically
You
get
mean
less
BFN?
cars. But maybe it's because your dogs are more used to cars. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've only ever
Like-
had one dog. Well, now my parents have 2 dogs, but
Like the
Yeah,
dog.
you've only needed one. They lasted.
So the dog, the
jerk.
one dog, the one dog
take that.
I
My dogs are
owned,
bitter.
the one dog I owned when I was younger would always use like a Spitz, I think. No, like some type of like dog like closer to a Labrador. It would run out and try to yip at cars, and one time a truck just came and boom. hit it.
flat.
Dead.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't flat. We looked.
Did
I
it do
looked when
that?
I got home.
Boop, 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 boop.
I got home from after I was doing a
What the freak, you insensitive voice, guy?
what?
Did you just ask if his dog made the Mario death sound?
And you didn't really do it. So
That's what you're
that's-
supposed to
yeah.
do.
That's what I was supposed
like-
to do.
Jeez.
what'd you do? You like boom. That like you did that.
Like,
He did it wrong.
Yeah.
I did it wrong, but you still
A,
knew.
he did it wrong, but B, he's still an insensitive jerk for
Yeah.
making fun of his
No,
dog.
No, I
I
asked.
can't wait. Now,
I asked
now
if
when
his
your
dog
dog
did that.
dies and you're all sad about it, I'm like, oh, did your dog go boo doo boo 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 doo boo boo? And you're gonna go,
Boop, boop.
No, it went more like wait.
Yeah, it'll be
Oh,
Pac-Man.
yeah, yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa, waka,
No.
waka, waka.
But I was coming home from like a scouting thing, and my mom got a car. I was like, oh yeah, Sparky got hit by a car.
gosh, why
like,
is it always
"Oh,
like you're coming
okay."
back from something and they're just your parents are like, yeah, your dog's dead.
I didn't feel too sad because he was kind of a nuisance. Like he'd always go to a car and go.
So my favorite dog of all time, his name is Kirby, and he died, and I found out about on my way back from a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament when I was little.
Did you at least win the tournament?
No, I was bad. I was never could do it. Obviously. Jeez, that was a rough day. I had one of our buddies with, and I was all taking him home. I'm crying my eyes out too on the way home.
It's just like there's no easy way to break this to you. My dad's literally like, I'm not even gonna tell you guys when the dog dies. I'm just gonna bury her in the backyard. There's already a hole that Slade dug like 3 years ago. Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
Yeah. he dug a hole one day, and my dad's like, Slade, why is there a big hole in the backyard?
that's
He
for our
said,
Bella.
that's for Bella when she dies. And he's like, okay, so
okay.
when
Guess
she
we'll keep
dies,
it.
when she dies, he's just gonna throw her in there and bury her, and he's not gonna tell anyone. He's gonna see how long it takes for us to notice.
See, whenever we had our dog die, we just buried. We didn't bury it in our backyard. We buried it kind of farther away on one of our part of our property.
Mm.
I mean, I guess we had that luxury, I guess, but like, I don't know. I didn't want to bury my dogs in the backyard. It's kind of creepy to me.
So you know my grandparents' pasture. You've been out there. I think they buried a couple horses and dogs out there.
Oh, freak, dude! Burying a horse has gotta suck.
Yeah.
They had backhoes, I think. is what
Yeah,
my
that
dad
makes.
used.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
that's what they do for people. Is like backhoes.
this is
and
on
stuff.
YouTube, but I saw like I was just looking up Grinder, and I saw one where it's like was grinding up various animals, and like there's
I-
a cow. It's
My
like
mind went a different place when you said grinder.
It's like a wood chip.
it was like
I thought of like
it was
a
like
wood
what's
chipper.
smaller. It's like first
I was
there's the
thinking
goats.
the freaking
Yeah.
dating app.
Oh no!
And I
No.
was just like, you're looking
It's
that
like
up
a-
on YouTube thing?
It's like an animal grinder. First, they like threw in I think like a goat and a
Yeah. And like, and you
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, it was more. I think I don't know. Like there wasn't as
This guy
much
would
gore,
grow up.
Mm-hmm.
but there was a pig, and then they had a cow, and the horse was the biggest, and then like you could see one of its legs just sticking out trying to grind it down.
I remember like when I was younger, like in junior high, we'd look at videos of like animals like and stuff like going through the processing. They had like this bucket, like a 10-gallon bucket, 5-gallon bucket of like little baby chicks. Just tossed them into the grinder.
But they were like dead, right?
Oh no, they're alive. Well,
So
I mean, not after the grinder, they weren't.
So I got a question then. What's the
Chicken
point?
nuggets, probably.
What's
I don't
the
know.
point of grinding up animals? Because it all just gets into one big conglomerate. Like, is it usable at that point? It's just a big
Well,
old pile of
Chicken
mush.
nuggets and stuff.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Chicken nuggets are essentially paste. They grind them up so much. And I see in the conveyor belt, they just kind of go
Yeah.
and
My
then bread
my
it.
question is though, is like you're grinding up bones
So?
and all the internal stuff.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
grind it up
people
good
eat
enough,
bones.
it's edible.
Think about it. People eat like bone marrow all the time. Like they take the bone, crack it, and suck out the bone marrow.
I don't think they do this all the time though, because there's like I've seen
Well,
chicken
okay,
factories and
modern,
like cow stuff.
Modern days, they don't suck up bone marrow.
Oh, this was like a.
This is like an older thing.
Yeah.
That's why, like, okay, you probably have never done this, but like, say you get like a rotisserie chicken, and you're eating like the leg, like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, it's clean. You can break it and suck out the bone marrow, get extra taste.
Yeah.
Have you ever done
never do
that?
that.
I don't think I've
Have
had
you ever
bone
done that?
marrow.
I think I might have done it, but I've never really. I don't do it
I used to
often.
like chew on the bones like a dog, dude. Like, because like it was tasty. There was stuff inside of there. You can
You
kind of
know,
like
I would-
crunch it and get a little bit
You
of
know,
the
I
out.
would eat if now I know that I probably would eat everything, but I'm afraid I might choke on like something small because it's like hard to chew. Like one of the
Well, you
like
shouldn't
the-
actually chew the bone.
Yeah.
Like that was me being stupid because I saw the dog do it, so I figured I
like
could
sometimes
too.
there's a very hard rubbery part on the bone, like it's like that connects like connects the meat and the bone together. You know that part?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's inedible. Pretty
that's like
much.
the cartilage stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going back to the little baby chicks, you just toss them in the grinder, grind them up enough, you make chicken nuggets.
I wouldn't eat that.
You do. You have.
I've eaten it
Every time you've
many
eaten McDonald's and
times.
chicken nuggets or Wendy's and got chicken nuggets, it's
Wait.
exactly what you're eating.
Not with like the fur and stuff. I feel like they're cutting up chickens.
Oh, they're pretty.
They're defeathering them. They're dead already.
I mean, they're not really like feathery. They're little babies. They got like down and stuff, and
I just
burn 'em off.
I guess I'm having a hard time wrapping my
I'm
head
pretty
around
sure
this
that what they
because
do
I,
is they kind of like filter it, kind of. I guess.
I mean, if you throw it in a fire or something, like
I'm pretty sure.
but like
just,
think about it. Okay,
burns right off.
let's just imagine this is going to be really grotesque, but you throw a let's just say it's a dead chicken, but it's not defeathered, or maybe it is. You guys make it sound like it is. So you throw a chicken in the grinder.
I wouldn't say it's defeathered.
Okay, so that makes it even worse.
It's
then, in
just
my
a baby,
opinion.
so it doesn't really have feathers. It's got down.
It's got fur.
Okay, but so you grind up this baby, and then it's just mush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they
that's
shape it. They shape it into little nuggies.
That's exactly what it is.
I gotta look this up. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this. I just
You'll
don't
be
think this is how they do
disturbed.
this.
It's.
I can't 100% in confidence say that that's how they do it, but I know that like I wouldn't put it past them. Like
It's.
I'm pretty sure that's kind of
I'm
what
pretty
they do.
sure it's like small enough stuff that grinds up into nice fine paste, and then you eat it without problem. And
That's
people.
like you know how like they make little Hershey's Kisses. They have the little sphincter, the chocolate sphincter, go onto the conveyor belt. Drops the little chocolate turds.
they
That's what they
throw
do
it-
with chicken nuggies. They go.
They throw the chocolate Labrador into the grinder.
Okay. This says most animals are slaughtered for food. However, they may also be slaughtered for other reasons, such as for harvesting of pelts, being diseased and unsuitable for consumption, or being a surplus for maintaining a breeding stock. So I guess in my
What-
head, obviously this doesn't tell us the grinding of animals.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the one that Thane was talking about, like the big grinder, that's for like if they're diseased or bad and they're already dead.
Yeah,
So they're just
like-
tossing them in there. I'm talking about little baby
Like to
chickies.
dispose of the corpse. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to bury it, so
yeah,
they
so
dispose
they don't
of it.
feed that to humans, though.
Not
No,
that,
not that.
those
Not
things.
that.
No,
Not
I
Like
those
if
just
the
feel like-
animal's bad, they just grind it up,
But
and I don't know what they do
I
to the
think
flesh
they-
afterwards.
Well,
but
I think they would use it for like it's here. It says they can use it for dog food, pet food,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure that video I saw they were
grind
demonstrating it, so they might have just got a
But
freshly.
I don't think they're gonna grind up an entire animal and then feed it to humans.
No, like not an entire animal. Like if you get like beef, They're gonna cut that up
chicken.
and like.
Yeah, but I think they do
Yes.
that with chickens too, though. I'm sure is they cut up the chickens, and what's left
the
is.
chicken breast
Yeah,
is.
but I
like,
think-
you get the good stuff.
But
like
the chicken nuggets
breast
that you
and
guys
the-
are talking about, though, I think that's like the leftover after they cut out the chicken breast and the legs and
Kind of
all.
like hot dogs, where after they carve up a animal, they just like throw the leftovers
Yeah,
and make
yeah.
it into hot dogs.
That's what I think and to me, that's what the chicken nugget would be. Is that the leftover chicken
I
stuff?
remember. You probably know this kid, but like, I was like talking about. It's like, hey, what you know about where hot dogs come from? You won't ever want to eat a hot dog again. And it's like, why can't you just tell me? I probably will still eat them. It's like, no, you trust me. And then learning it later,
It's
apparently
disgusting.
it's the butt, but it's more the back muscles. It's like, listen, if you carve out an animal's ass and you just grill it fine and clean it up, it'll probably taste good. Like, there's no problem. Like, hot dogs still taste fine. It's
I
just
guess
the back end.
maybe it's just the process of
Yeah.
making a hot dog is disgusting. Because
Yeah.
I don't think hot dogs in and of themselves are disgusting.
Yeah, it's just.
Because people can eat a hot dog
Listen,
and
if
not
it tastes
puke.
good and you don't get sick, there's no problem.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
live your life by that logic, because sometimes they make chemicals that taste good. Well, never mind. I redact
No,
my
no. And it
because you
doesn't.
said it doesn't kill
and
you.
it doesn't kill you. That's the caveat right there.
I still wouldn't. I wouldn't live your life by that. But
No, listen.
I
well,
think they only grind up when they grind up a full animal. I think they're feeding it back to animals. I don't see them grinding up an
Maybe.
animal and feeding it to a human. Like, I could see them grinding up the leftovers and using them for something.
Yeah.
But like, this is why we have like the chicken factories or beef plants where they carve out all the specific sections, and what's left over, I can see them making chicken nuggets. And hot
Well,
dogs with.
I can't find anything about them becoming chicken nuggets because everybody's just freaking out about them being shredded to begin with because they say it
Yeah.
might be cruel or whatever. But in all reality, it's just like boop. So it's not. I don't think it's like a cruel way to die. It's just boop. Anyway, so the reason they do it is exactly what you guys have been saying. They killed the females that are unhealthy, and they kill the males that can't produce. They can't reproduce with some of the males, and so they throw them onto the thing too.
yeah.
But if they're grinding it up, they're not feeding that to humans, though. Like, if they grind up a full body, like-
I mean, I've had bones in my chicken nuggets before, so I don't put
Yeah.
it past them.
dang. I mean, I'm not saying that
And like
I
by
haven't.
bones, I mean like little tiny like chunks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
obviously I've
remember-
had chicken nuggets before, and I'm assuming if they did grind them up like you guys are saying, there probably was bones in there. But I just don't see that being a consistent thing. Obviously, I could be wrong, but in my head, that's just
Well, I mean, it's like
Not
the lowest
humane.
of quality food.
that's
yeah, the
true.
very low
wouldn't- I
quality
wouldn't call
food,
it
they
not
don't
humane,
check
though.
for bones.
What's not humane about it?
I just feel like grinding up an entire animal body and then feeding it to a human. I feel like there's just lots of wrong with that.
What do you not like the grinding it part or the feeding it to the human part?
Feeding it to the human, because they grind up what I read just now. Obviously, I'd
pretty
have to
sure
do
they
more
just
research.
feed it to the
Okay,
pigs.
okay. Well, what if they have like good chickens that they're gonna feed? And they just grind those guys up and give it to chicken nuggets.
I just feel like they need to get all the other stuff out. They need to get the insides out. They need to.
They probably do.
They use
for-
the inside. That's just
Yeah.
meat. That's just other forms of meat.
Listen, if you look at the chicken nugget paste, it is a fine paste. It's just
Nuggets-
pig. You don't
nuggets-
know what's.
I know, but I just don't think they're using intestines
Nuggets and hot
bones.
dogs are literally just like all of these kind of like meat just
Yeah.
grind together and then combined and put into a mold essentially.
Yeah, but that's like the leftover meats. We're not talking about a full carcass.
sure, why not though? I don't see the problem with it.
I think if you grind
Why would
it
there
up
be
enough,
bones there to begin with if they weren't doing that kind of stuff?
if you grind it up enough, I'm pretty sure you won't be able to
I don't
tell.
think you'd ever notice the
Yeah.
bones if sometimes you'll get a little bit here and there,
Yeah.
but like I've been saying, people eat bones. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
an
yeah,
old
yeah.
thing they used to do.
I guess like
The feathers would go away because they'd be either ground up so much or burnt because they're cooked.
Yeah.
They're cooked before they're turned into nuggets.
Well, and the chickens, like, they dip them in like freaking scalding hot water.
oh,
or
they're
maybe
dead
it's-
at that point.
Yeah, and that's how they like defeather them
Yeah.
and whatnot. But like I said, I guess in my head, when they grind up an entire body, it's got the insides and the bones, and
Yeah.
they just grind it to a paste. I just don't think they should be feeding that to humans.
Why?
If they are, I'm not saying they are,
Why though?
because there's bones and insides in there.
So
Then what's the point of going through the process of cutting? Why not grind
Sometimes
all of them?
It's just the way it's cooked. Some people like a chicken breast that's like, it's like that, or the rotisserie chicken style where they have the meat that's unprocessed because it tastes different.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a different taste to it instead of it being ground up. You wouldn't want all of your food ground up like that.
I don't think I want any of it ground up.
Well, it's just because you don't like meat, though.
I guess, but like if you had the choice between eating a chicken that was ground up in a grinder, full carcass, as opposed to like a nice chicken leg
Depends
or
if I'm
breast.
craving chicken nuggets or rotisserie chicken that day.
But what if you can have a chicken nugget that wasn't a ground up chicken? Would
It's
you
not a
choose
chicken
that?
nugget anymore. It's basically like a tender at that point.
Yeah, chicken tenders are like
Chicken tenders aren't ground up,
chicken
but the
tenders
nuggets
are kind of like
But-
more high quality.
I think that because I remember watching a video of the McDonald's chicken nuggets,
Actually,
and it was like the leftover chicken stuff. It wasn't like bones and the insides. It wasn't a ground up
It's so
chicken.
interesting how weird you are about the bones and the
Yeah.
insides when
No,
it's just more
actually,
meat and
here's
more
here's a quick thought.
flavor.
Boneless wings are kind of like more high quality chicken nuggets if you think about it.
Because they're ground up too. Well,
Yeah.
not all the time. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're more tender
I think-
style.
Do they just take like a portion of like the chicken? Like
I think
they
they
just
just
pull a piece off
honestly,
and
I
then
think
bread
they
that?
honestly just take
Yeah.
take the
probably.
wing, take the whole wing and grind it.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, take the whole yeah.
It's so weird because like it's such a normal thing for
Or
for
some
other
people might just pull
people
off
to
the.
eat.
They might just pull off the meat off the wing, the whole wing, just and
Like,
just throw the bone.
Eating
and just
organs
grind
and
it.
eating the bones is such a normal thing for so
Yeah.
many different cultures, and so it's
Yeah.
just you, dude. This is just a you thing.
I don't
heard-
think so. I want to know in the comments. Well, and I guess I'm gonna have to scour the internet. I don't think that's what
I
they
don't know
do.
if they're doing it or not. I'm just saying if they are, it does not
They're-
that big of a deal.
There are some places that are like so poor that when they get an animal, they eat everything. And I mean,
Well, it's not
when-
even that they're poor; they just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
think
yeah.
of Native
Yeah.
Americans; they
Yeah.
eat everything.
yeah, and
I
when
totally
I say
get that.
everything, I mean they boil blood and like eat it like it's like
yeah,
a steak.
blood sausage.
Yeah, a blood
It's
sausage.
freaking disgusting. Don't eat blood sausage.
but
I
it's like
promise you.
desperation.
And that's another thing too, though, is when they grind up a full carcass, you got blood in there too. I just don't. I
When
can't
you-
wait my
when
head
you
around
eat
Whoa,
a
this.
whoa,
steak,
hey,
you
listen.
got blood leaking out of it while
Yeah,
you're eating
like
it, dude.
tastes like it's not actual blood, but it tastes like.
Oh
blood
no,
pretty
it's
much.
blood.
It's
When you got a steak and it's red,
Well,
I promise you that is blood. That is.
so-
You know how
ste-
it's
yeah,
pink
steak.
sometimes?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
steak.
steak, yeah.
but like the hamburgers at Wendy's, I think they actually put like a substitute in there. Like it's
If you're cooking it and you see the red come through the patty, that's blood. I promise you that is blood.
it's no, I've heard
No, that is
somewhere-
blood. That's how meat works.
It's-
Remember how you got those patties and you cooked them here that one time, and I see when you see the stuff rise,
Yeah.
so that's when you flip them.
Yeah.
The stuff that's rising through is blood.
No,
thing.
what I heard is that some places they actually do like they substitute blood. Like I don't know, it's like some weird substitution that they do.
What would you substitute it?
It's
just,
like
you
a
cook it
compound.
anyway.
It's like a compound, like a artificial blood type of thing.
That's stupid though, because cooking blood it makes it okay to eat.
I don't know. That's
Okay,
what
well,
I heard.
Here's one thing. So this is does
It might
does
be
meat
actually
contain
something.
blood? So it says, in fact, all the animal's blood is being emptied on it during the slaughter. The meat's remaining liquid is only water, myoglobin,
Myoglobin.
or excuse me, only water. Myoglobin, when exposed to air, turns red and mixes with water. That's why it looks like blood, but we can
Oh.
assure you it's quite not.
Nah, dude, that crap's blood. It's red. It got
It's-
blood cells. I'm
It's
sure
the
it does.
fluid. It's the.
There's
fluid.
no way they're getting rid of all of the blood. There's no possible way. They can drain it, sure, because you don't want to have a freaking soaking piece of meat in blood.
Yeah.
But that'll definitely have still some kind of residue of blood. I guarantee it. There's no way they're getting a 100% of it out.
I think that's what I think. Like to make it like more juicier, they put like the fake blood in it. Like not like the stuff you use for prop, but like some kind of chemical thing. Like
I don't know if that
to
makes it more
freshen
juicier, but
To
regardless,
freshen,
like,
keep it fresher.
there's definitely some blood in there.
Preserve it. Preservation. More of
Yeah,
a
I can see
yeah.
that. There's no doubt. There's definitely some kind of blood left over, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it. I guess I just can't wrap my head around grinding up an entire carcass and then feeding that to somebody. But
Hey, as long as you cook it well enough, it's edible.
Yeah, it's fine to
Yeah.
eat. It's not bad for you.
Man,
Like I
those-
said, people do it all the time. Even if it's not just chicken nuggets, people still do it.
those pressure grills are like
And I won't say that the chicken nuggets are necessarily that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
those flat pressure grills. Like That's like a modern convenience because all I have to do is slap it and it has a timer on it and just pop it up. It's like it beats having like flip it every time.
When you got the chicken nuggets and you get them in the bags and stuff, they're breaded and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just throw them into the fryer.
But like one time there was
up.
a nugget on the floor one time. It was uncooked, and like I stepped on it. It was like pasty, and then the girl's like, "Ew, why is it pasty?" It's like, "Ew, why is it like that?" It's like, well, it's pretty much paste from the factory.
Yeah, that's
It's,
exactly how it is. What are you looking up, Sky? You looking up trying to find out the grind up chickens?
Yeah, not just chickens, but find out what they use meat grinders for.
I'm pretty sure just to dispose of the animal easier. Like, they don't want to bury it. They probably want to, like, I don't know what they do with the ground up stuff afterwards. Maybe feed it to pigs or something. Because pigs will eat anything if you put it in there.
I bet you could burn it probably pretty easily.
Yeah, burn it. Too. Or, like, maybe they sort through some of it.
A lot of times they put it, like Sky was saying earlier, they turn it to dog food.
Yeah. That could be, too.
That's a very common thing. Because, like, that's what most dog food is basically our chicken nuggets, but a little bit lower quality.
Speaking of making products for animals, they say glue's made from horses. Is that from the hooves?
I believe so. Yeah. It's like basically like the fingernails.
Yeah, the hooves.
Maybe the bones too. I don't actually know that. So
they don't really have to essentially kill the horse. Well, it's probably just a dead horse and they just chop the hooves off.
It's probably a dead horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that though. Yeah. I've heard that before, but I don't exactly know the process of it.
I remember at a family reunion this one time, there's a pasture of horses, and I just see the back end of this horse's hooves, just like every time it walks, just dangles and then puts it back on, dangles. It's like, oh,
that's grody.
It's like, but I'm pretty sure that they just go to the horse doctor and just like wrap it up, and it'll probably heal. Problem with horses that way, if they get a serious injury in their leg where they can't walk, they gotta put it down because they don't know how to R&R.
Yeah, you can't like give it a cast and let it recover.
You can't just drug them.
Horses don't know how.
Well, and our horses, like, they're probably too dumb and they'll just keep trying to walk on it.
Yeah. That's what you
can't. Yeah, like you can't keep like tranquilizing a horse and try to put it to sleep. It just won't stay asleep.
Well, it's like you really keep it asleep for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's true.
Like a person in a coma or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
put the horse in a coma.
I don't know how long it takes for animal bones to heal.
That's too much. That's just too much money.
If you give it too many like tranquilizers or dope it up, it's just gonna rot its brain. So might as well just
might end up
put a bullet through its brain.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to go full circle on this, I'm not an animal person.
Where did we start with that whole thing?
I think it was the baby chicks grinding. Or Thane said something about a meat grinder.
Yeah,
it's like I saw a meat grinder on YouTube, and then it dove down to a hole. Yeah, speaking of horses are actually pretty stupid. I saw a video where it's like playing with a ball and it just keeps slipping over. It's like, wow, this.
Do you know that video of the horse eats the little baby chick?
Yeah.
Why is that okay, Sky? And we can't do that.
That's the thing. Like,
that's not what I'm saying. I never said it was bad.
I know.
I never said it was bad. I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around it. Is all.
Yeah. Apparently, like some animals just need protein, and when a horse sees a baby chick, it'll be like. It's like
nom 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 nom.
Well, as we try to wrap our head around it, we're going to take a quick break, and we will join you right afterwards.
I'm having a midlife crisis.
Eat meat.
Speaking of meat, everyone, we have a bunch of meaty videos over on our YouTube channel.
Oh, I just want to just gorge myself in all the meaty videos.
Now just remember, this does not mean we will have any nudes on a Patreon. No.
Wait, we're doing our main channel on the thing.
Yeah.
Hold your horses, and before they go into the grinder thing, because we're talking about just our main YouTube channel right now.
And coincidentally, it's vegan free too, because like.
That's not true at all.
That's not true.
On the channel. It's not vegan free.
Most of our videos are vegan friendly.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Rip the Krabby Patty.
10
But I slapped it. No one ate that.
Yeah,
but I guess we paid money for it.
Killed the cow for it, quote unquote.
Damn.
10
and all that
animals you eat in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, shoot, I should make that video. Yeah. That sounds awesome. Anyway, yeah, you can see videos like that and more on our YouTube channel where you can subscribe and watch all the fun stuff we do. And, you know, we just like stuff. We like to talk about it. And we know you guys like to hear about it. So check it out.
Every Saturday, baby.
back to the meaty stuff. We got meaty stuff on our Patreon too. Oh, the meaty stuff. There's so much big meat on there. His name is Thane, and he's just a hunk. Got a bit of a flat butt, but hey, that's what I'm here for. I got a booty.
He's got Mario
I got a
cheeks.
rump. I got them thick booty cheeks. But you don't get to see that because we don't do that. Unless finger touch. But what we do have on our Patreon is tons of behind the scenes stuff. What else we got, Thane?
Now listen, if you
I don't know what he's gonna say.
listen, we pulling up. We got 2 tiers. We got the $1 tier. We got the $5 tier. $5 tier. $5 tier pretty much gets you everything, including the bonus episodes of our podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. Lay it on me.
Oh gosh. Okay. But
Get to do
listen, we're introducing new tier, the $100,000 tier, where if you post that, we will do nude shoots.
Oh, I would totally show you a picture of my weenie.
I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. But if you do give us $100,000,
like that, dude, like that, I would.
We'd probably make him touch, wouldn't we? What if
Oh.
I'd make him kiss. That's easy,
bro,
money,
$100 grand.
You don't have to
Yeah.
pay rent. We can quit our job right there.
Yeah,
I
we're
wouldn't
full-time
touch.
YouTubers, but I mean, our trifecta dinglings will be forever in the hands of somebody else.
Yeah.
But as long as we don't show our faces, those could be anyone's.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. We're gonna do pee touch. It's $100 grand.
You want to see John Goodman's Willie? It's right there. It's totally not mine. All right. Yeah, but anyways, two tiers, bonus content, bloopers, bonus podcast,
And much more.
and much more. You'll probably see some titties in the future.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Wink, wink.
nudge, tug, tug.
Nah. I don't think
That was too easy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyways,
I'm not. I lied. I'm not sorry.
yeah, patreon.com/radkatz. We got
He's
an
scatting.
anime.
Ooh,
We got
yeah.
an anime pod. Boop bop da bop.
Give it to me. More meat thing.
You want some meaty? You want a meaty
Can
podcast?
you use a chainsaw to cut up the meat?
Yeah, probably. With
Segue.
life is Daijo Boo.
Ah, Daijobu senpai.
And guess what? And we added, and not only I'm getting ahead of myself. Not only do we have podcast, bi-weekly podcast where we talk about anime, plus an anime we picked as a book club style anime watch along. We've added a new sub-series to a weekly sub-series, in fact,
weekly sub
to our little channel called Chainsaw. What's it called? Like Chainsaw Man Watch Along or something.
Yeah. We got
We-
little Puchitas and stuff.
Yeah,
You can be right here. You can't see where I'm pointing, but you can be right in front between you.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the frame. You'll see him somewhere. But yeah,
cute, just like you.
Chainsaw Man weekly episodes. Come watch with us. Also, come watch whatever anime. This week we got last week we had 91 Days. This week we have Doro Hedoro.
Yo,
So,
I watched episode 1 of that. Real talk. It's kind of funky.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But anyways, we will.
That's for another show. That we'll talk about that.
We'll
later.
talk about that.
You can
later.
find out more later on the next episode
Yeah.
of Life is Daijobu.
Yeah.
Life is Daijobu, spelled DAIJOUBU for all you audio listeners. Because
Yes.
everyone else can see it.
You can kind of. I said it last time on the freaking ad read. You can kind of sound it out if you think about it.
Or
You just have
if
to
you don't
spell
want
it
to spell it out,
DAI.
just check out the related channels on Radkatz or Talking Rad channels. You'll see
Let's
it.
go.
Anyways,
Back to your real regular scheduled episode where we're talking about meat. Probably not though. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Lickety lick.
Lickety split. Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
Lickety lick, suck on the tip.
And we are back from our.
Break.
From
What'd
that-
you call it though?
Uh,
You did it on Life is Daijobu. What'd you call it? Like in between the. You're like we made it.
Intermission?
But
intermission.
you called it something
A
special.
jump. He called it a
A
jump.
jump. A
And we're
jump.
back from our jump. Gosh dang it! I
Weekly
didn't flip
shonen
the
jump.
thingy. Whatever. I don't care. We don't need to see ourselves. Just know that we're up there, guys. Okay. I hit the record, but you can see the red light.
They don't
You
know what
can't.
this
I
is.
can.
I can
Sky-
see
Thane
it.
can.
I can see it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, it's just perfect.
Don't worry,
Oh,
Jamie will
cool.
take care of it. Right, Jamie?
Yeah, thanks, Jamie.
Guys, speaking of the meat, I know we've been talking a lot about the meat, but we're gonna kind of shift gears a little bit. It's gonna be still about the meat a little bit, but so today we got some Taco Bell as we do on our normal Mondays. It's our Taco Bell Monday tradition.
Yeah, it's our bromance thing we got going on.
We totally just like squirt sauce all over each other. It's great. Anyway, so when I was ordering, I had a daily. I had to complete one of my dailies on Taco Bell, the daily challenge. It said order $2 burritos, and I was like, I'm in it, dude. I'm gonna get my battle pass level or my taco pass to level 100. We're gonna get freaking Fortnite dances in our Taco Bell burritos. We're gonna get freaking what would be like a Taco Bell skin? Like
you would get a
skin on
Taco
your-
Bell emote where it's just you holding up a bell and you gong and it goes dong gong.
well, I want a skin though for my burritos though.
Oh yeah, you get.
I want to get the burrito skin.
You would get.
Your
It's a different.
your-
It's a different
on
type
your-
of wrap instead of a flour tortilla.
on your backpack.
It's like a. It's like
I was literally just thinking like the wax paper wrap on the outside. That probably makes a lot
no,
more
here's
sense.
it is. Here it is. Here it is.
I
Here
want
it is.
the animated one.
No, here it is. Here it is. No, it's like a Taco Bell employee outfit.
Yo, that'd be the tier 100 of the Taco Pass
Yeah.
to unlock. Dude, that'd actually be
And
pretty
no,
cool.
on your back, you got those pets. Well,
The
you got
backpack?
the Taco Bell
the
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
It's like yo
We
quiero
just gotta
Taco
get
Bell.
the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
I want the burrito wrap that's in a banana peel. So it literally comes looking like a banana and you peel it and it's a burrito.
You know,
Wow.
this would be like a very interesting money-making thing for Taco Bell, but man, it'd be a lot of like
Oh,
work for them to do it.
so
You could like do it in seasons where they only have like 3 separate kind of like wrappings they wrap up the burrito in, but the employees would hate it. They'd be like, I'm not freaking wrapping it into whatever. I'm just going to pick whatever I
A
grab.
freaking Taco Bell battle pass that you get.
I know
by
they made
buying
like this
stuff.
Taco Pass thing where it's like you pay $20, you get like 100 tacos over 100 days or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's something like
I
that.
thought you, for some reason, I thought you guys would talk about Fortnite. And I thought
I knew you were. I knew
Yeah.
you did, and that's why I just kept going with it. And then he said the
It's like
back
it would be
bling, and
like
I was
a
like, "Yeah, I know."
Taco Bell
Fortnite.
Chihuahua plushie. They don't use the Taco Bell Chihuahua after the original died back in like 2012. They were
They
like,
haven't used
nope,
him. They got rid of him
or 2007. It
in
was
the
some.
ground,
It was
9
year,
feet under.
It was
just like
some. It was one of
Sky's
those
future
years.
dog.
Yeah. Oh,
Not 9
jeez.
feet under, more like maybe 4.
Yeah, probably 2 and she's little.
No. So I remember.
Small hole.
So no. I remember when they were doing like back when Star Wars Episode 1 was coming out.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, it was like they were promoting it. It was huge. Star Wars back in theaters.
And the Taco Bell dog was in it.
No.
He's my
Okay,
favorite part of the movie.
here's the thing. In
I like it when he
commercial,
fights Anakin Skywalker
I remember
and Sebulba.
in commercials
He's racing.
they had
He's
like
freaking pod racer.
Taco Bell dog pod racer. It's a taco. He's just burritos. Where were we in the late 90s, early 2000s?
Wow.
We could have used that Taco Bell.
Hire
It's
us, Taco
genius
Bell. We will be
marketing.
your
That
marketers.
could have been
In
it.
okay.
Okay, sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
It's all right. That was a good bit. So anyways, so they had these ads for like
Ugh.
Episode 1, and they're like key scenes. They had like 3 so they had 3 restaurants representing it, and in key scenes they
lightsaber
put
burritos too, by the way.
yeah lightsaber burritos.
That makes
And
sense.
they-
It's cheese instead of lightsabers,
Yeah.
it's just molting hot cheese.
They'd have 3 characters in there. They had the Colonel, they had the Taco Bell Chihuahua, the Colonel for KFC, and then for the third one, Pizza Hut, since Pizza doesn't have a mascot, it was just a freaking
a
Pizza
box.
Hut employee.
Oh.
Just a freaking employee there.
I love that.
It's like they couldn't have like a giant pizza slice or Pizza the Hut, so they just
Pizza the Hut.
just had a Pizza Hut employee in every scene next to
That's like
Colonel
Scott
and the
the Waz with
Chihuahua.
his Wendy's employee
Yeah.
Yeah.
character, the Subway employee. That's hilarious.
It's like we're gonna give a big promotion from these 3 companies. We're gonna have Colonel. We're gonna have Taco Bell Chihuahua, and then does Pizza have a mascot? No. Pizza Hut employee.
Pizza Bell.
Pizza Bell.
Like get Jeff from Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
He's like, hey, I'm a minimum wage worker. My name's Jeff.
That's the-
I represent Pizza Hut.
that's the combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell right there is Pizza Bell.
Do you think it's ironic that the 2 mascots, if you will, that Subway got turned out to like have scandals with
What
them.
was Subway's mascots?
It was
There's Jared, but
Fogle,
who's the other one?
and then the swimmer dude,
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps.
He had.
They were mascots?
Well, it was
No,
probably more
okay,
like a
so-
celebrity cameo.
So Michael Phelps, it was like an endorsement. It wasn't
Endorsement.
a mascot. It was just an endorsement. And like the controversy he had is that he was
doing drugs.
he did a bong hit at a party,
Oh, yum.
and like that's not too bad. Like it's not like anything.
I still remember hearing about it though.
It did not affect his career that much. Yeah, he like
I
got
thought
a few.
he got some stuff redacted.
He got like a Wheaties box pulled, but
Oh, I thought he did like steroids and got some.
They
gold
got
medals.
No,
He couldn't do the got milk ads anymore.
it was just the. I think it was
They
just
found out
like
he didn't
the.
have milk on
He
his
wasn't
lip. It was
kid
something
friendly.
else.
It was cocaine.
It was just a picture of him doing a bonk hit, and then everyone freaked out for a while, and then he literally went back to swimming like nothing happened.
So I got a question then. What are like some like brands nowadays that still have like mascots? Like the only one I can think of off the top of my head is KFC. They have the Colonel
the
still.
cereals have all still like if you look.
Not really.
Did they get rid
Like
of Lucky Charms?
is gone.
What? They got rid of Lucky?
Apple Jacks has been gone for a long
yeah,
time.
Apple Jacks. Here I come. I am Cinnamon. That's
They
I
got-
can see why they got rid of that one.
Yeah, that one could be a touch
Thing-
racist.
I don't know how true this is, but it says Olympic champion Michael Phelps tested positive for banned, and then the article won't load.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that guy did. I think his thing was talking about the other dude that would just do the bong. I don't think Michael Phelps was the bong rip
This is
guy.
the same
No.
guy, Michael Phelps.
It
He
says
was talking about the other guy.
no. Michael Phelps did the bong rip.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're both talking about Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like
he did
that.
get medals taken from him. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like no, but that bong. I remember that bong
What about
controversy was.
the cyclist guy? Didn't he get medals taken? with
Yeah,
too?
he got all his tour. Lance Armstrong got all his tour
He
de
did
France.
drugs too.
He took steroids and he got all his Tour de France.
Can't be a real
wind
winner if you
stripped.
do drugs.
He got all his wind stripped and yeah. He gained one extra testicle.
Whoa, he got one?
I think like. So here's the thing. Like apparently Lance Armstrong does have had testicular cancer and he beat it. And apparently,
Lots of bikers. I mean,
Yeah,
if you listen to our Patreon podcast, you know about it.
oh yeah. Oh, that's where I heard it. Apparently, cyclists get testicular
It's
cancer.
a thing. It's a very common
we were
thing.
talking about. We'll just preface it for you. We talked about donating testicles. So if you want to learn
Yeah.
more, go check out our
Yeah, go
Patreon.
check out.
The
I
October one.
honestly thought I heard it from another podcast. It was from
We
this-
was
we
us.
were the podcast.
yeah, we were the podcast.
Yeah.
We educated ourselves.
When you say who was that podcast, it's gonna be us.
It's
It's gonna be me.
It's
I was gonna do a
Talking
Pokemon
Red.
thing, but I didn't know what to do.
Who's that podcast?
Talking
It's
Red.
H3H3.
No.
Is that what it is? H3H3?
It's just the H3,
H3 podcast.
Oh, why did I think H3H3?
Because that's his main channel.
Oh,
He
Which
just dropped
killed.
one H3.
that's dumb.
Which he killed.
Anyway, I want to loop back to what I was saying earlier before we started talking about balls again. The freaking mascots. What other places have mascots still?
So-
I can only think of KFC.
I think I saw the
wait.
Cookie Crisp
Yeah, the-
wolf on there.
Did you
The
know
wolf's still
the
there?
Cookie Crisp used to be a dog too? It was the
Yeah,
dog.
it was a little beagle or pug thing.
Tony the Tiger's still around.
oh, Tony
Yeah,
the Tiger
because
is.
furries.
Wait, so you said they got rid
That's
of?
you think that's why?
No,
Just because
Chester
furries?
Cheetah. He's
Yeah.
on every bag.
But you're
yeah,
saying they
but
got
it's
rid
not
of?
because of furries.
Did they
No,
get
no,
rid of
no,
Lucky
like-
from Lucky Charms? I think he's
Well-
still in the
No,
box.
he's not.
He's
Wait,
not on the
he's
box.
He's not on the box.
I gotta look.
No,
this
you
up
know
now.
this-
I'm sad.
So Tony Tiger, when he made a Twitter account, just furries came to Twitter, just
Yeah,
like
that's actually kind of funny. I
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like oh my
Good on
gosh.
you, furries.
And then they made the weirdest tweets. Like we appreciate the response, but keep it PG. Cubs could be watching. It's like oh, don't say that.
Oh no!
Don't say that.
Tony. Don't say that.
Oh.
It would have been funny if there was like a side route with Tony the Tiger and the KFC dating sim. We can romance Tony as well. That'd be fun. I'd play that game again. I
That's
was just
the
thinking about
furry
that game the
option.
other day, though. How fun that game was, just how silly it was with the KFC, and that's what led me to think about the
Well,
mascots.
according to Walmart, Lucky is still on there.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't think. I thought they got rid
it's
of
only
them.
cereal mascots.
Oh, I guess so. I thought they got rid
It's
of
only
him.
really cereal
Was it
mascots.
Captain Crunch? Did they get rid of Captain Crunch?
He's not really on there.
Why would
either.
they get rid of there's
maybe
no
he is.
But what about the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
He's not
the
on
bird?
there. He's not.
Bird's gone.
I'm positive that one's not.
Yeah, why would they still call it Captain Crunch if they got rid of the captain?
I don't know if
It's
I don't.
just Crunch.
I don't think they
Captain.
have Fruit Loops bird, Toucan Sam anymore either.
Oh, Fruit. Yeah, I think he's gone too.
So do you think all these mascots are just gone because it's like
I don't think- I
nowadays
just think-
mascots don't work as well as they
Yeah, I
used to?
think
It was
they
more
just
of
try
like a
to
90s
they
thing?
try to appeal it to adults more.
One
Do you
thing
think it was
is,
just like a 90s
according
thing?
to Walmart.com, the bird is still on the box.
Really?
Maybe.
Not Cocoa Puffs, but Fruit Loops?
No. Cocoa Puffs. Let me check Fruit Loops.
Okay. Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs, Cocoa Nuts.
Remember Apple Jacks?
Cocoa. Yeah.
According to
that-
Walmart.com, Toucan Sam is still on Fruit Loops boxes.
Oh, I guess the bird is still on Cocoa Puffs.
Maybe Cole's
Might be
getting
just having
hit
some-
with the Mandela.
Yeah,
effect
Mandela.
right now.
Maybe I am getting Mandela, dude. Mandela's putting it in me. Stop it, Mr. Mandela.
Now, one I know is that every Halloween,
it's
the
turning me
classic
on.
trilogy of cereals, the Count Chocula, the Frankenberry, the
Oh yeah, those are
Blueberry.
I swear I've seen those
Yeah.
without the mascots though.
Yeah,
I'm
well-
pretty sure I've seen.
Well, there's now ones where they just have the face zoomed in, like they're trying to trying to obscure it as best as possible.
It's got to be Mandela getting me again.
Yeah.
But I can like picture the boxes with the names, but without the actual mascot.
It's kind of
on
like the
them.
Fruit of
Are
the
you sure it's
Loom.
not the off-brand? Because I buy I always buy the off-brand cereals, and
Wait.
they don't have
Oh,
any
maybe.
things on
Wait,
there.
Sky.
Yeah, not the
described-
Fruit of the Loom.
Describe me the Fruit of the Loom logo.
It's just fruit, and it's just like there's grapes on there. I think there's some other fruit.
But like, what's the setting look like?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
like-
know. They're just kind of all together in a clump.
Nothing else.
Do you remember a thing in the background?
I think there's just fruit.
No cornucopias.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a cornucopia.
Is there yes
though.
or no? Don't look it up.
No,
Don't
no.
quit cheating.
There's no cornucopia.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
cornucopia,
So
yeah.
people
That's the Mandela
vividly remember the cornucopia, and when you say Fruit of the Loom, it's like, oh yeah, there's that little horn thing at the back. It's like
There's
it's
a
not
really
there.
good video about that one.
Yeah, I showed you that video.
Who did
It's
that
Amp
one?
Lemon.
Did they?
I don't
Is there
know what it
pictures of
is.
it though? What is this?
What?
I type in Fruit of the Loom, and there's like a nutsack wearing Mario's hat.
That's
What?
awesome.
Did you see that?
Yo, I'm clicking it.
What?
I gotta get the picture bigger.
Is this
Yo,
some
this
Kanye
is great.
West
You guys need to
merch?
look this up. It's literally a nutsack.
That was the.
With
I
the
just typed in
wiener.
Fruit of the
The
Loom.
wiener's the nose.
What the?
It's Gary Human's 3D Ghost. Oh no, that's an ad. Gary Human's 3D Adams Super Mario Custom Summer Beach Short Swim Trunks. There's swim trunks. What?
bro.
Swim trunks? And there's like a little pocket for your nuts and donger.
Who
You can
wants
even
to
see,
go
dude. You can see the hole for the peener.
Why do you? Who would
You
want to
can
go
see the
swimming
hole
with
of the
their dick poking
peener.
out of the?
Look,
Because what if
there's the
you?
hole in the peener. That's the urethra.
Yeah, but what if? Oh.
That's not how you say it.
Wait, never mind.
Eureka. Eureka.
Is it
The-
a fish?
Let me see.
No, it's just a nose.
That's a wiener. Give me back. I want to look more.
No,
Give
No.
me.
I need to look up the logo.
No. So
Okay,
yeah,
So I
And
see
Fleming
that
also
though there
did the
is the
Trump-
cornucopia,
he-
but I don't remember there being a cornucopia.
yeah.
There never
He did-
was.
There never was
Oh,
actually.
okay.
The picture you're looking at is somebody that made it to freak people out even more.
So yeah, like every Fruit of the Loom, there's no cornucopia, but the Mandela effect is that there is a cornucopia.
Dude, the Mandela effect's so weird sometimes.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, yeah, if you watch the Amp Lemon video, there's like, there should be every reason not to remember cornucopia, but for some reason you do remember a cornucopia, and there's also even some like homage things that do have the cornucopia in there, and it's like, what's going on? What's going on?
he's not there.
Amp Lemon's a good. Also, subscribe to Amp Lemon. He's pretty good. Well, I shouldn't say he's got like over 1 million subscribers, so I don't need to say that. But you should check out his videos.
But if he said subscribe to us, we'd have a lot of subscribers.
he had the boy Moist Critical in one of his videos because they both live in Florida. So there you go. And yeah, he also did the Trump video, where like how Trump won the election with memes.
Oh, I saw that video too.
Yeah, that's Amp Lemon.
okay.
He does really good videos. I really like Amp Lemon.
Yeah, I do remember that video as well. Those were fun videos. I really like people that put a lot of effort in their research with their video, and it really shows.
Yeah.
It makes me wish I would do that more.
I've definitely done that way more with my probably like this year's videos because we've gotten a lot of comments of like, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Thanks. Yeah. And it's like, man, I really hope I got that fact right because I spewed it out like I was 100% confident.
Wow.
You were not sure?
No, I'm like, when I make the video, it's like, yeah, these are, to the best of my knowledge, is factual.
He's 99.9% sure, but someone will call him out that 0.01%.
Well, like, for example, the All You Need Is Kill one, a lot of people didn't know that there was a movie or a manga. Like, they were just aware of one or the other. So it was kind of fun to marry both of those together.
Wow, I didn't know that was an adaptation.
Kiss.
I just thought it was a rip-off.
And then one guy got really salty because in the thumbnail it was it was manga versus movie. And on the title I had manga versus anime.
No. Oh, yeah.
And so I had to change that. I definitely goofed because in the video I say manga versus movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, "There's an anime for it. I want to watch."
And then he's like, "I thought that Google was bad, but I learned that you're the real supervillain here because
you're the supervillain.
It's not an anime; it's a movie." And I was like, "Sorry."
It's actually it's one of the better manga adaptations.
So was it a manga before it was a light movie?
Light novel, manga, movie.
Yeah.
So do you think they made the movie based off the light novel, or
they probably made it off
just
the manga
based off
for
the light
visual
novel total? Because there's like no visual similarities between the manga and the movie, like zero. The only thing that's same is that she holds a weapon with a blade on it. And like one of them's not even a freaking sword. It's literally just a helicopter propeller.
Someone might have read the book, not knowing there was a.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just read the light novel.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure it is just
look
the
up
light
like
novel.
some of the visuals for the light novel. I'm curious what it looks like.
The aliens look totally different.
Oh, 100% different. It's like it's like night and day, dude.
Yeah.
I think they look better in the movie than they do in the anime. I would
like to see how they were interpreted in the movie. Like if they look just straight up horrific. Maybe they changed
the movie. They look cool. They don't have that nasty eyeball. They kind of like crawl on the ground.
Yeah, maybe it was like too scary for like the type of movie they were trying to make, so they just kind of changed it.
I was waving my arms.
Make
like
him look more
octopus, by the way.
Make him look more action oriented. I don't know.
That's cool. They did a good job with that. It was fun.
Man, there's some manga I look up and it's like, whoa, that has some really cool monster design, but it almost never gets licensed to America, and you have to like read translations.
These pictures from the light novel look gross.
Oh, see,
that one's not terrible. Just green.
Yeah, it's a lot of green.
Oh, but she's got the axe like the manga, though.
Yeah.
Oh, did you just dump your pants, Thane?
No, I didn't
Ooh,
fart.
Wee.
I didn't fart.
Ooh, wee, dumpy.
I didn't fart.
It wasn't you?
No.
Was it you, Sky?
I didn't fart.
I got a weird whiff of something then.
The phantom shit.
The phantom
Maybe
dump.
a ghost. It just has its bee cheeks spread wide
There's a
open
mouse
right in
back
your
here
mouth.
that just went.
Oh
God! If there was like something like a rat or a mouse, I'd get like a.
Do you freak out about mice?
We had this conversation already.
Yeah.
You did?
When did we talk about? We talked about. I think it was last week on or was it on the Patreon? We talked about mice and.
Because your mom freaks out about mice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that was the Patreon.
I swear that was like a fever dream for me. I don't remember that at all.
I'm not prepared.
We do too much, Cole. That's the problem.
God.
Our lives are
prepared
recorded.
for a mouse, like other than my shoe, but.
Can I tell you guys something that'll just make you go ah? And I told Thane
If it's a spider, I'm gonna kill
it's
you.
a spider. So the other day,
He instantly put his feet up on the
so
table.
the other day I went upstairs. It was yesterday, I believe, to put on my shoes, and I put my feet in my shoes already, and then on the side there was a big old like nasty brown spider, and instantly I grabbed Thane's nasty flip flop, slapped it off my shoe, and then
Those
killed
are
it.
pretty nasty.
I was just like,
I should wash them sometime.
Yeah, you should. It's like you stepped in like tar or something,
Yeah.
black tar heroin. Anyway, that's aside the point. They don't care about your shoes. I do appreciate you letting me use it without your authority or your
Well, it's just right there.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
killed a spider and I freaked out. I was like,
how
oh my
many
gosh.
spiders have I killed with those
So
flip flops?
for the last 2 days, I've been like shaking out my shoes every time I put them
Yeah.
Yikes! Now you're gonna get me doing that
Yeah.
now.
Real quick though, before we end, we talked about good adaptations with the movie that Tom Cruise was in called Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. Stupid, too many names.
Yeah.
But I want to talk a little bit about the Lord of the Rings movie. Excuse me, the Lord of the Rings TV show on Amazon.
The movies are great. The movies are
great.
Oscar winners.
I literally have zero input on this conversation. Continue.
Yeah, the TV show. When I first talked about it on the podcast, like the first 2 episodes, I was like, I think people are being too hard on it. I think the show's at like a 6. I think some of the writing's really dumb. Some of the dialogue's really dumb. Some of the things that they do, I'm just like, why? Even trying to picture, like, it's like they don't play to the geography of the world that they've set up, and it's really bad because you're like, who would their right mind? Like the thing I explained to Cole earlier, which if you know, you know, but essentially humans were at point A and they got overrun by orcs, so they ran to point B. Orcs came to point B. The humans bombed the orcs and they were like killed some of them. So the humans somehow got past the orcs to go back to point A where they made a final stand. Then the orcs came back to point A. It's really dumb.
Just
Something
kept going
like
around
that.
them.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like, how did this even happen? The geography that they lay out is just they're not writing to the visuals that they're portraying. I guess
It's the continuity.
yeah, it's got continuity issues.
Yeah.
Some of the writing's really dumb. They
It's-
did that again too, though, where there was a guy that got away from that same battle on a horse.
Yeah.
Then Galadriel takes off and is chasing him, and then somehow another guy that was just at that same battle comes from the front. Somehow gets in front of this guy
What?
and then takes out his legs.
It's
That's
okay though, because Galadriel's hot.
She is hot.
Except for the whole show.
That's slasher movie stuff where they like,
Teleports.
yeah, where they like, yeah, they teleport like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. He just mains Reaper.
That's
Yeah.
He just mains
That's
Reaper.
literally
That's it.
Friday. That's literally ability in the Friday the 13th game. Jason could literally straight up teleport.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's stuff like that that's really bad. There's this really horrible slow motion scene where she's riding on her horse,
Was it like
and she does like this.
bouncy?
No, you can't tell, but it like zooms in on her face, and she's got like this, just like the face you make when you gotta take a shite, and you're just holding it in.
Like this?
Yeah, a little bit's coming out. You suck it back up.
I gotta show you guys real quick, just so we can capture your reactions on screen.
Raw reactions.
Yeah, because when I watched it, I was just like, "What the hell? Really? Why would they do her dirty like this?" The thing is, there's no need for that, other than to show off.
So-
Hey, look how cool slow motion is with her dress.
So here's the thing. Here's a big question. Do you think there will be a season 2?
I think they already started shooting it.
Okay. Just like how there's a season 2 of the Halo TV show coming out.
Yeah, which I still want to watch that, by the
Yeah,
way.
that's like just a.
Okay, he's playing the thingy. There's a horse. Oh, the horse looks very like.
The horse looks
kinda
nice in
gross
slow motion.
In slow motion.
Yeah.
Her dress is flowing in the wind.
The face.
The face, stay in the face.
I can't see it.
I know. I'm looking at. I can't see a face.
It'll show it. It'll show her face.
Oh gosh. That weird grin she got.
Yeah, it's just
Why
like
she got that grin?
I don't know.
It's like a.
Didn't they
like
tell?
that
Didn't they
almost.
tell him like, hey, can you make a different face? Like just like.
I don't know, but like you don't have to even show slow mo. Just show like a
It's the
wide shot
grin
of
that
them
did it,
running.
dude.
Yeah, it's the grin, and you're just like, and then one
if they're
more
using
thing.
slow mo for that, it's like you're not an art house film. Like just do a regular shot of them running, and just have the slow
Yeah, I know.
build up music.
But the last thing I want to complain about, just because it's really bad writing, is the little hobbits that are in there. They do like this conga line where they're like, nobody travels alone, but we all walk together, something like that. And it's like, that's their whole thing, is they just migrate from place to place. They're
Is
kind of like,
Bilbo in the show?
no, this is
Uh-huh.
way
Like,
before
yeah,
Bilbo.
it's like Bilbo.
Oh.
Bilbo's not even a. I don't think Bilbo's.
They're not even
dad is
hobbits yet. They're
Okay,
called
okay.
Harfoots.
How long do elves live then? According
Thousands of years.
and hobbits?
Bilbo, he lived to be well past 100, and that was very abnormal. Hobbits usually don't live that long. The only reason he did because he had the ring for
Would
so
you
long.
say
Like,
it's probably 60 years?
probably?
Yeah.
For a hobbit?
Probably
Yeah.
something like that.
But I thought I remember you telling me one time like Frodo was in the Shire for so long, and it's like
He
lived
was
there-
like in his 50s. They probably live like a normal 60, 70, 80 years. It's very abnormal what Bilbo was.
So he was pretty dang old when he went on his adventure.
Frodo was in his 50s.
He looked
I
like a
think.
teen.
That's in the movie.
That's a movie adaptation for. He was actually 19 when he filmed that.
Yeah.
Regardless. Anyway,
What a hunk.
going back to the Harfoots thing where they do the conga line, they're like, no, but we all travel together kind of thing. And then one of the Harfoots, like, they're like setting up for a party or something, and then he like snaps his ankle and it's like bruised up.
Oh.
And then everyone, like the main leader of the tribe is like, you're bad.
Leave him.
Yeah, don't get left behind, dude.
Oh
And
my
pretty much, yeah,
gosh.
pretty much leave
Well,
it. It's
now
like,
they are going to travel alone.
It's like nobody travels alone except for you, crippled.
Except for you. You suck.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
Can't
just-
keep up, loser.
But it's like I don't know. It's like I'm watching this and I want to like it because I like Lord of the Rings, but there's just some unforgivable things like that where you're like, really? Do they think the audience is this stupid?
It looks cool, though. I saw a mountain explode. It was pretty.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's just I complain about the writing. Some of the way the characters are written is really dumb. Like Galadriel, for instance, is kind of like this badass bitch who demands attention, but she's in the book. She's a very elegant, suave character, I guess, for lack of a better term. But anyway, she goes into one place called Numenor, and she's asking them for help. And she does it by being a dick instead of being nice. And I don't know. I give it a 6, I think. And so I just want to go back
it
on what I said
over?
earlier. Huh?
No.
There's one
Over
more
now?
episode.
Oh.
Now, score aside, is it worth watching?
If you are not a diehard Lord of the Rings fan or a movie buff critic that
Or you're
hyper
some
analyzes
snob?
things,
Yeah, or
like
you're a
us, like
snob.
you and Cole would watch and you'd be like, dang, that's really dumb writing. But like the average consumer, I think, could watch it and they would enjoy it. Like it looks cool. There's some cool fight scenes. The music's good. Some of the CGI is really cool. Some of it's really bad. But I don't know. I think the average person could watch and be like, yeah, that was a fun show. But it's nowhere near the Peter Jackson films. Like there was so much love put into that. And this is just, I don't know what it is. But it's
It
entertainment.
is a
Go.
TV show that exists.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
It was one of the
It's-
TV shows of all time.
I was
Yeah.
about to say that.
Sorry, I beat
What
you
it
to
is.
it. Thanks.
I think it would be fun though. Maybe for a podcast episode, we could watch at least one episode of the Halo TV series, or maybe we could watch it all.
I've
and then
already
just talk
watched
about
episode 1. It was good.
it. Okay, maybe we should just watch it all then.
I've never seen anything else, but episode 1 was good.
there's
I know
one-
Sayman's got the.
I heard the
Subscription.
action scenes are pretty good, but then there's like only like 5 of them throughout
And
the
then
whole
you get
series.
Master Cheeks.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was honestly pretty dang fun. There was a lot of cool action. It was fun to see the Covenant, but like I didn't see anything else past episode 1.
I heard it gets worse.
Yeah.
as it keeps
It
going.
looks bad
So,
after because I've seen
From
memes.
from the videos I've seen about the TV show, it suffers from the same crimes as the Lord of the Rings TV show. Is the writing's bad and it's just not very true to the
the source.
the source.
Yeah.
But that being said, though, I always come back to the idea of, well, it's an adaptation of.
I agree. It doesn't necessarily need to be super true to the source. It just needs to be good in general.
I think if you have good writing, like
yeah,
if you have good writing and good characters, that should speak for itself. But
totally.
problem with Lord of the Rings and coincidentally Halo as well is I think the writing is just really bad and the characters are not fun.
Yeah, apparently, in the Halo TV show, there's also this one character that people wish would have died at the end. Apparently, doesn't, and they think that character just ruins the whole series.
Oof.
So, even in original stuff, like if you can't write good characters for like original characters for an adaptation, then you're not like you could be original, it could be straight as long as it's good. But then when it's not good, that's the problem.
Yeah, see, and that's the problem with Lord of the Rings is your main character nobody
That's
likes.
just your credibility as a writer.
Yeah, well, nobody likes the main character. Nobody likes Galadriel because she's just kind of she's like a angsty teen and is just really bitchy about
Is she
everything.
like a Mary Sue where she's like good at everything?
I mean, she's like a war leader. She's a commander, so
She's
she's
like
like good
Gal
at
Gadot.
fighting.
That's the
Yeah.
problem with like when they write
Wonder
female
Woman.
characters. They're like, "Oh, I could do everything. I could solve problems. I'm a female protagonist." It's like, no, you
That's
gotta have
kinda-
I'd rather
flaws.
solve my problems.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like though. Is they have a lot of strong female roles
Yeah.
in the Lord of the Rings TV series, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but just the characters are not likable, especially the main character. There's some characters I do like, but Galadriel, it's just hard to
Yeah.
like her because she's just arrogant and mean, and it's like, dang, she's supposed to be an elf, and
Like-
elves are like wise and very down to earth.
So like, okay, this is kind of dumb, but
Maybe
like,
not down to earth.
if you're an elf and you're like, I don't know, like 80 years old, do you look like a little baby?
I don't know.
Is it like a slow
The baby
growth?
face. Are you like that baby face filter on Snapchat?
Well, I'm just thinking like the Machina from Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Like they're like 100 years old and they're still in their little baby
Yeah.
cradle because they haven't hit like 1,000 years yet.
I don't know. Like I said, like I love Lord of the Rings, but as far as some of like the very in-depth lore, I don't really know much about. My expertise is from The Hobbit to the Lord of the Rings. I don't know much before, and that's why I watch this show. And like, I don't have any lore issues. I just have issues with the characters and some of the writing where I'm just like, dang, this is not good. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you like Lord of the Rings, probably don't watch it. If you don't have an Amazon Prime account, probably don't get one to watch this.
Yeah, probably get something for else.
But
like,
if you have
Go
an
out of your
Amazon
way to
if
do
you
it.
have an Amazon Prime account and you just don't have
Get it
anything to watch,
get
go
it
watch
for
that,
Invincible. I have yet to see Invincible.
Yo,
but
Invincible slaps. You guys need to watch Invincible.
Okay,
I need to watch
Invincible.
Invincible.
That's a fun freaking show.
Maybe I'll pick for the anime. Oh wait, it's Western animation.
I mean, if we really want to, we could do one
Nah, I
of those
don't
one of these days. I think
I don't
would be
think we
fun.
should. I don't think we should do that. I think we should stick to anime. But like,
probably should.
yeah,
But
We
I
could
like
throw 'em a
Invincible.
curveball.
for an
I could be
April
okay with
April
it.
Fool's Day one. So I've been watching
Oh,
Invincible.
that could be good. Yeah, April
That could
Fools.
be
We could do
good.
Invincible. Not
Except
a bad idea.
It's not a joke because we actually watch it.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a good show.
And I think with Invincible, they should do more like just comic books and just animate the whole thing. Like I've seen some comic books. Like I like to see that be a TV show.
I think
But
it'd be
animated.
cool. Yeah, I think it'd be cool if they did. I think they honestly should get more into. I'm surprised we
Yeah.
haven't jumped on that. To be honest, like, how is it? How is it that Invincible's the first one that's done that? Like, Japan's been doing it since the
Yeah.
80s.
It's worked.
70s.
It's a proven formula, and the fact that comic books don't do it more is just like kind of
Well,
criminal.
Invincible worked, so why wouldn't they do it with all these other ones too? I
Yeah,
don't get
I
it,
think
dude.
they
I really
really
don't.
should.
And how much hype there was around that show as it was airing, or as
Some-
it was airing. I don't know,
some
dude. They should be doing it.
some DC films, they just take the comic and turn it into a animated movie.
Maybe it's because there's this weird stigma around it, and it kind of goes to
Also
the
2D
stigma
also
of all
2D
animation.
2D animation is also expensive to produce because you actually have people with actual talent
Yeah.
draw 'em and
It's probably a lot to do with the stigma around all of animation, where it's for a younger audience, which is
Yeah.
why things like the animated like DC animated Batman
Yeah.
stuff like that kind of like was more geared towards a younger audience
Yeah.
in mind, so that anybody's like so they could watch it and stuff like that, cartoons and stuff. That's probably why
Yeah.
it hasn't really taken off.
that's why
I
you
wouldn't let my
won't-
kids watch Invincible though. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
That's why you probably won't see a lot of those direct DVD like DC movies ever hit theaters. Like there might be some screenings, but like you never see them hit theaters, and that's why they're not feature length runtime because it's just for a more niche audience. But yeah, I think that stigma of animation is just for kids, I think, is slowly trending down. Like because us as a younger audience, seeing the potential of animation is like, hey, you can do whatever you want in animation.
Yeah, I do at companies. I'd like to see it. There's a lot of like interesting comics a thing that keeps buying that I'm interested in. So
Yeah, like
Watchmen or something like
Watchmen. Like if they did a
that.
Watchmen,
I mean, they've done Watchmen stuff, but like
yeah, if they did a Watchmen animated series, just like the whole comic, that'd be cool. I don't know if they ever will because they did a Watchmen show that the creator left after one season.
Oof.
Said, "Oh, it's a mini series."
Yikes.
HBO was like, "It's a mini series," but like, yeah. Anyways, yeah, more animated shows, and that's it for the podcast. Unless you guys,
that's it for the podcast.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching
Love you.
and listening. We got a lot of comments on our last podcast about how it was. They liked it, and I don't know what we did differently, but hopefully we were able to replicate that with this one. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and we'll probably see you next week because that's just what we do.
yeah, unless something came up. But
Don't tell your Yu-Gi-Oh friends, but I play 3 Mystic Mine in my deck. We'll see you guys next
Yeah.
time. Keep it rad.
yeah.